Good evening, everyone, and we do hope you are safe with your near and dear ones, including your team. The time of this lectures has been rescheduled to 7, as you are all aware. This is based on feedback from some of our participants, where the good news is the offices have opened up. There was a small survey which we very quickly did, and almost 70% of the people preferred it to be on a 7 p.m. on Saturday rather than a Sunday. The other request which we had about certain participants who got in touch with us to say that there are certain firms or names who are doing remarkable work in our profession, and they would want to use this as an opportunity. So we would like to connect to them during the lecture or post this lecture while the questions are happening. If you know of certain people whom you want us to connect with, it would be a pleasure to do it. We will definitely try. We don't assure you, but it will also be dependent on how they are based on their schedules. So this brings us to the 9th session of One by One Gupshup hosted by the Rajasthan and Gujarat chapter of the Indian Society of Landscape Architects. Today we have with us a dear friend. Well, now I have to address him as Mr. Yogendra Balal from Aurangabad. After completing graduation from CEPT, he went back to Aurangabad and started his firm called Taru, which means Garden of Wishful Trees, in 2002. His firm has commissioned more than 100 projects and have at any given point of time 15 to 20 projects on their drawing board at different intervals. Ranging from 100 square feet to a lakh square foot of landscape space, they are presently working on with every project to the greatest of detail. Like he very sweetly says, the prime consideration project is not the size, but the love of the project. Last 2 years, it's a pleasure to know that they have also expanded into architecture and interiors. I would like to take the opportunity to welcome Yogendra, and the stage is all yours. Yogendra, I would request you to please present your work. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. It was so nice for such kind words. Hi, everybody. I'll directly start with my presentation without much of talk. This is what happens when I see my completed projects. थोड़ा और बजट साइट का होता था तो और मजा आता था. थोड़ा और कलर डार्क होना चाहिए था. थोड़ा और साइट बड़ा होना चाहिए था, तो स्पेसेस बहुत अमेजिंग आते थे. बस जरा सा साइट बड़ा होना चाहिए था. थोड़ा और लेवल ऊपर होता था साइट का तो और भी ज्यादा दिखता था. थोड़ा और प्लांट्स बड़ा लेना चाहिए था. थोड़ा सा और सिविल वर्क में फिनिशिंग होना चाहिए था. All these thoughts bring us to its final thought of थोड़ा है, थोड़े की जरूरत है. My constant encounter with completed projects is a continuous process. It's like always thinking and rethinking and reintrospecting. What could have been better? We are working so hard, and at the end of the day, when I see my projects, I always think what could have been better, and which better than what already has been done. And sometimes the thoughts really goes out of my mind, and I bounce down to the thought of थोड़ा है, थोड़े की जरूरत है. Good evening, people. Welcome to Taru Arav's presentation. We are a small firm in Aurangabad, and today I'll be showcasing really close projects to my heart. They are very tiny projects, but they are very different in their requirements, and our attitude toward these projects have been very different than all the other projects. They are made with love and with always a feeling कि अरे वो तो रह गया. That's our first project. It's a small open space of a township. It's called as Jai Nilaya. This is the same requirements as we all have: a playground, a mandir, a party lawn, a jogging track, a health area. What we did in this project was we made some frames, very dark colored frames, to frame the landscape. So a person who is moving around the landscape will always have landscape in some frame. So all the plants, all the activities are in a frame. The plantation, what you would see is very normal one, but because we sit in a arid region, so this project is again इसमें एक थोड़ा color और dark चाहिए था. That was the which we always think when we go back and see this project. A very ground to earth project, not too much of fancy stuff, just basic civil work. That's the second project. It's a memorial of a client. Very painful project. ये project ही नहीं होना चाहिए था. The client is a pioneer in manufacturing of corrugated packing boxes. The site was absolutely in his own industry, in a very thickly populated industrial area. They had a lot of asbestos wastage sheets, although it's a very wrong material for environment, but they need to throw that. And we thought that we'll use that and make a wall and have our own tribute to this great man. So that's the corrugations which have been done in asbestos cement sheets. A very humble client, a very great man. Goldie, a very vibrant client, a fun-loving client who likes to party, have a nice family, and he has his house above his own cinema theater, which is at 5th floor. Obviously, it's not going to come down because of the theater. So we created a space which could be enjoyed on the terrace level itself. So there is a family space, there is a bar, there is a tandoor. इसमें flowering plants काफी सारा होना चाहिए था. That is what we missed in this project. That's the customized furniture. We get them weaving here of this polypeel material. We customized it on the site. Sandstone. Some point in your lives, you come to a client who is very hard and fast on some material. This client was hard and fast on sandstone. He had a very big fascination for sandstone. A politician, and wanted an area just to communicate grandeur, my house entrance. So we had a series of water columns. Again, the gorgle is missing. Artifacts, furniture could have made more sense, more lively. I am very lucky to get projects with a lot of trees into them, and I often do respect those trees and try to design around them. a typical sandstone detail. All these pictures are very honest. They are, as we went to the site and we clicked them, they are not star photographers and no photo sessions. My World, a very dear project which is going on presently, a township of 1,000 flats. We did the site office and a sample flat of front space landscapes for that. This is the fastest project we did in our lives. It's 55 days from zero to end. We use a lot of art and paintings and words to impress the prospective buyers. We did these three panels which could welcome the prospective buyers. One is having welcome, one is having you are at the right place, and third is having turn right for the right future. And very amazingly, the middle panel, a bird made a nest behind that place thing. Or kya chahiye? That's you're at the right place, bird. These are metal cut. This is the main wall. We always thought that what a person would dream of staying in a flatted community and what activities he would do. Usually marketing guys would spend a lot of time in explaining them what amenities this project has. We thought that let's depict through artwork, and we cut metal plates and demonstrated all the activities a person can do in this township. And this wall became a big selfie wall now. So all the things you can do in that My World. This was the first stage of the project. That's the second phase of the project, which we did. Again, the artist was called for to depict the life, people dancing and partying and enjoying. That's the new sample flat which you see at the end. That's a 5 BHK flat. That's the first 5 BHK scheme in Aurangabad. And we celebrated that junction by a small pergola and are sitting there. People often come here again, sit for some time, take pictures, and then go to that sample flat. That pause is really working well. That anxiety is built up to go into that sample flat and see the sample flat. This is again in 55 days, zero to finish. Again, I play with very minimal plants. I don't like to use too much of plants in my projects. Hardly 3-4 plants in the project ends. This is again a great project, Shanti. This is a psychiatric treatment institute. It's a premier institute in Maharashtra, and we did a waiting area for the patients. You can't imagine what all we thought to design for a mentally unstable person. And really, it is really very tough to think what a madman can think. And we had so much of limitations, like the patient could disturb this, that, plants, nothing should instigate him. When we are discussing the project with the doctors, a very interesting thing came up that a lot of patients have good capacities to paint and do some nice local arts. So we used that. We gave a huge painting canvas so that the patients who are admitted can paint their hearts on that panel, and 4 months after the project, see the results. This actually is helping the doctors also. It is uh, pacifying the patients who are really aggressive. The benches again are of tiles, non-tampered. You cannot tamper the bench. You cannot break it. You cannot dig it with your vehicle keys. Again, only two plants, bamboo and Dracaena. You can't break the plant. You can't pluck the plant. You can pluck the leaf. You can't pluck the flower. You see the balls, colorful balls on the pergola. These are also made by the patients who are admitted. Very beautifully done by a simple thread, and they often display their arts in this campus. A very, very innovative institute this is. This is the benches, very peculiar thing about the patients. All the benches, every patient wants to see the doctor's cabin. That was a very big task. So there are almost 150 waiting area, and people are all want to see the doctor's rooms. So all the benches were along the wall. That's the pergola. To the ropes you see, they are for a specific reason, for the coconuts. The coconut trees would drop small coconuts, dried leaves, and to catch them falling from on the patients, we had to design a changeable material. It should be changeable every 3 months. So it was as easy as a rope. The benches are quite wide so that people can take their feet up and sit. No dark colors, red color, pink color, no dark colors. This is a dining area we designed for the doctors in the woods. They had very lovely trees in the landscape. We just added some elements in that. This is yet to be townships. इसमें अभी बहुत काम करने की जरूरत है. All podium level landscapes, very again tiresome works. Need to coordinate with a lot of consultants. Luckily, we are a great team here in Aurangabad, and we have so much of consultants from Pune. And I'm fortunate enough to get that team with me, or rather, I am the part of that team. The podiums are detailed out to its last extent because of RERA rules specify that you need to show what you're going to build. That's a tough task for us these days. Design it, get it approved from the client, check the budgetary things, again make the 3D views. Even every plant in these views are what we are going to plant there. Nothing is imaginary or to look good. Everything we are going to plant as it is. Lot of podiums happening. In this project, we have also a 5 BHK tower. These are all 3 and 4 BHK towers. We have the 5 BHK towers. They are the first of its kind in Aurangabad. That's the open space on the upper right hand corner. That's the 5 BHK towers. The design again follows the architecture, such a very serene architecture and landscape also. Here we designed cubes on the podium. You see the square spaces? Those are the cubes. Like one is a music cube where you have a Wi-Fi enabled music going on in that cube. One we have as play cube, one we have as health cube, one we have as yoga cube. The terrace is beautifully landscaped. Here we have used the theme of having a herbal garden on the top and a vegetable garden. We wish that the residents should grow their own vegetables. Even the pathways are covered with solar panels. We also have a huge solar farm on the terrace to generate a lot of electricity. The terraces are not as usual done. That's me and my team. Amruta Joshi, Saili Dikshit, great people around me, good architects. That's some of our old works. I want you to read this. I won't speak. थोड़ा और blessings की जरूरत है. I hope Aniket sir could be seeing this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Yogendra. I must say it was a very, very touchy presentation, and I will have no hesitation to say that I was also at the right place like the bird. So I think there is, I mean, whoever has seen it, I'm sure where it all comes from, and looking at the work you and your team does, it's right from the core of the heart. Just while the questions will, I'm sure will start coming in, I just have this very, I don't take it to heart, but it's just a question. Did you ever feel the, looking at your sentence of saying thoda hai, thodi ki zarurat hai, and kash ye aisa hota, did you ever feel that kash thoda fees zyada mang liya hota?
that is thoda nahi, bahut sara zarurat hai. That is always a feeling that at end of the day, you know, that is the problem with we as landscape architects. We try to work more than what we can work, and that is it's really a problem, or maybe we can say it's our emotional weakness that we don't see the money that is going to come, and we keep on working. We keep on working, we keep on working, we never let it go, and that is really tough.
And that is also what makes us what we are. We'll play with living things.
That is what we keep on going, and that's what is keeping us going. Actually, one slide I deleted, and it was about this only, that we all are the same, we have the same work, and we are having same clients, same constraints, same budget, same restrictions, everything is same, but still then we try to work more than what we know or what anybody has seen or anybody has experienced, and we try to do that, and that really takes us beyond limits.
True, very well said. Well, now we have a question which actually I think you should be answering when you had joined Landscape. So what has made you turn towards the landscape?
Bade sir, Mr. Prabhakar Bhagwat, he was the only person who could get me into that course, and he could make me anything, and look what he made me. And I told you I'm very indebted to him for what he has done.
True, I think most of us.
Yeah, and I sincerely wish Aniket sir would be seeing this. He would be very happy to see me sometime.
Sure.
Maybe. Yeah. Could you please just join? Okay, somebody saying, could you please share the recording? Yeah, definitely. I will share that. Any more questions coming up?
I think you have touched the heart too strongly. The
Rather,
people are still waiting for things to digest, because sometimes you actually come across presentations which touch you to your heart, and
या
at
तो
that point of time you don't have questions which are superficial. Let's put it like this.
दैट्स व्हाट, या तो बहुत हार्ट को टच हो गया या बहुत सर के ऊपर से गया,
नहीं,
पता
सर
नहीं.
के ऊपर से तो नहीं गया. Sir के ऊपर से, that I'm very sure about.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you have any questions, all of you guys, and all of it? Just a question which I had when you said right now there's a lot of 5 BHK apartment schemes which are happening in Aurangabad, and you're working with a lot of people in Pune and the teams
Yeah.
from Pune and all. Do you find a difference in the way architects, because like you said, you're getting into architecture. Do you find a difference in the way architectural styles happen between Pune and Aurangabad?
No, it is not that small localized now. See, design is now global because of technology. I don't think we are limited to our own region anymore now. We are, I think the expanse of understanding design and its style has gone beyond limits of towns. It is gone, I think, country level or maybe regional level. Like we have climate is regional climate. So I think design styles everywhere, every field, design styles have gone beyond limits of the town or city or what. You can see as good work happening in Pune as good as happening in Aurangabad or even a small city smaller than Aurangabad. So it's what people are trying to go beyond limits.
So, Sandeep has a question which he says, I mean, if I were to put in a perspective, he would want to, it's just on the take of what you were saying. And what he means to say is an experience of practicing landscape in a place like Aurangabad. I'm sure it would be in retrospection 15 years, 20 years back when you started in 2002 and of now. Of course, it has changed, yes, but how has it changed in terms of the spaces?
See, everything is the same as anybody, any big town. Even Rukmini is asking the same. Do you find being a small town practice as a challenge or as an opportunity? See, only thing I miss in working in this Aurangabad is a good group of people who are like-minded and having same profession. I'm the only one here, or maybe 2, 3 more, but that doesn't basically brings me down with my profession or my integrity to that profession. It moreover puts an enormous pressure on me that I am the only one and I am the only person who is trying to do work, and I am being regarded as the person who is making landscape look as what it is. So that is a very pressure on all the time on our heads, that whatever we do is going to define what landscape is.
Sure. There's a question from Padma Shri, but then I will request the person to connect with you directly, saying please share few suggestions of water recycling and food growing in landscape, because that's a more academic discussion, I would say, where she may just put it on to you. There is another question which is coming from Anubhuti, which says, do you ever consider ecological services as a part of your design process?
Ecologically, we are, as I told you, we are mostly working on smaller projects, and presently we are having 5, 6 huge projects. Definitely we are into that. We cannot run away from that. Like the My World project which you have seen, there is one more school project, there is one more resort which is happening. All these, we as landscape architect cannot run away from ecological understanding or whatever are our ecological concepts. We need to follow. And moreover, I'll tell you, the region which I'm sitting into is a dry and arid region. We don't have water. We don't have water. And that's a very big thing, a very big challenge to do all those things. So that was rather, you can say, compulsion to think about ecology, about recycling, about putting plants which would require less water, about using STP water, about using services, everything we need to stick to
Sure.
ecology, but that has to have that much of scope. Like for the projects which I have shown, I couldn't recommend the client to do anything of that sort because of the scale of the project.
True.
There are a lot
There's a
of
question
questions.
again from Pranjal who says, how do you handle already built spaces? So if you were to kind of walk in into a project which is already built, I presume is what she's saying, and then what is the process? How do you take it up from there?
We don't usually put our feet in that. Not landscape built spaces, but definitely the spaces which are architecturally built like old projects, and then we have to step in. We, as we are all taught to respect what is around us, be it living, be it non-living, be it architecture. We need to respect whatever is around us, and we do that. We have, I can proudly say that I have not cut a tree even till in my 15 years of career in my site. Not even one single tree I have cut. I have retained every tree that is on the site. Every tree. I have changed the entrances. I have convinced the clients. I have done anything, but I have not cut it or transplanted even, because transplantation doesn't work in our region. It requires a lot of humidity, but we need to balance that out.
True.
There are a lot
There's
of
a
questions.
There's a question from Preeti. She says, what are the challenges you face when you do any podium landscapes? Because there'll be a lot of constraints about structure, natural light for the
Yeah,
podium, as well.
that is a very big thing. The podiums are very tough to design. 90% of work goes into coordination between services, agencies, and the consultants. We need to see, it is about sensitivity. It is about how much sensitive you are. If you want to become insensitive, you can just say, हाँ ठीक है ना, उसका wire चला जाएगा, अपने को क्या है, and all that stuff. But we, being a very closely tied up consultants team, and we need to respect each other. So every services need to be thought about, and अपना नसीब ऐसा है कि हर एक सर्विस को लैंडस्केप में से ही जाना है, और कहीं से जगह ही नहीं है उनको. They want to move that service through our landscape only. They want to move that sewer lines through our landscape. They want to move our water lines, pipelines, communication lines, everything, firefighting lines. Main कोई element design करना है और वहीं पे वो उनको services चाहिए. So that is a tough thing, but we need to find way out of it, and we are fighting.
There's a question from Devyani. Rukmini, we have already taken care of, I think, so you have already answered that. Which Devyani is rightly put it, saying, do you ever feel that the manifestation of the ideas of any of your project has surpassed what you imagined it to be?
Yeah, that's what the Shanti nursing home thing. We didn't expect that people would take it that way, or they would respond to that project that way. It is such a heart touching thing that people are using your project beyond what you had taken up. The bench, it was a simple thing. Now bench कोई design की चीज है क्या? मतलब is it a thing to be thought of more? But if I'm sorry, I didn't document that well, but if you see the kind of activities people do on that bench, I simply think that they are better understanding design than me. They are using it in such beautiful way. The paintings, the panels, the plants, they are, and see, the love of the project is shown by the reactions of the people. So the more love you put in that project, the more love they give you back. So the way they are using the project, it's really amazing. You can imagine a destabilized man is sitting there and neatly watching plants and sitting there properly. That's the fun of the project.
True. Snehal has a question which is again similar to the earlier one regarding the planting palette of Aurangabad, what it has, and very limited options. Or do you have a good planting palette there?
नहीं, what I in my experience, मैं वो चीज बोलना भूल गया कि there are some sure shot plants which often fail you, which often a बोगनवेल कोई प्लांट है जो एरिड रीजन में ना आए, बट औरंगाबाद में बोगनवेल इतना फ्लावर नहीं होता है जितना नर्सरी में फ्लावर होता है या जितना बैंगलोर में फ्लावर होता है. Now that is there because of this peculiar climate. See, we are on the Deccan Plateau and we are on the central part of Maharashtra. We don't have a river around us. We don't have big, even drinking water comes to us from 40 kilometers. We don't have heavy rainfalls. So everything is mediocre here. Like the climate is really tough, and the plantation is also very limited. You bring in any palm, you have to first bring 2 palms, check whether they will grow. Shade में डालो, humidity में डालो, irrigation डालो, coco-pit डालो, ठंडा रखो. Anything you do, they will somehow die. Spathiphyllum, you plant it in 4 projects, 3 projects it will die, 1 project it will come up. So definitely it is not a thumb rule or maybe a bookish knowledge कि ये cold region में आता है, ये hot region में आता है. औरंगाबाद में वो टेस्ट करना पड़ता है कि आता है कि नहीं आता है. So we have to plant that really and test it and then do this. So whatever plantation you have seen in my projects, they are very hardy, tried, tested plantation. Because here nobody has that repetitive planting concept. कि एक बार मर गया दूसरी बार लगा, or nor we have more water to water it down.
True.
So it's half of the projects are tanker run in the summers. So we have to think that also.
True. Prachi has a question. Since you worked on this project, the Shanti, which was a very, very touchy project, she says, can you throw some light on psychological aspects of how open spaces in towns should be? I mean, looking at the current scenario, I mean, would you be able to help us with that or guide us on that?
Open spaces in towns. See, everybody, which we were, this was a very big discussion with the doctors there. You know, it is very interesting to discuss design with a good psychiatrist. He is such a depthful person to discuss design with. And half the time I had been to site visit, 1 hour we would spend on the site and 2 hours we would spend discussing and having tea. That was the case wherein we would discuss design and psychology and patients. I learned from them, is that everybody is mad in some respects. Like everybody has its own extreme end of his mind. Now, how do you relate that to the design is a very tough task. And if you understand that, you're a good designer. If you understand the extreme end of a mind, of using a space, like we have an open space in a city as Prachi is asking for, and if there is a person who wants, who would reach there, normally he won't reach there. He would reach there when he is in extreme minds of happiness or maybe enjoyment or sadness or anger. Normal mind won't go there. Or rather, if he is in extreme mind of health, he would reach there. So how do we treat that extreme minds? This is what is presently needed in all the cities which are having enormous pressure of work and stresses. I think that if we target, we can produce more better designs.
Sure. So you're saying that there should be a certain balance in which you're looking at. And that brings us to the next question, which Harika has. She's saying there is a great balance of the softscape versus hardscape, if I may put it. And she says, how difficult is it to clients to convince them, meaning, you know, just to kind of say that this is softscape, which we will be playing with, and not too much of hard or showpieces and unnecessary items of display, which we kind of see in this, you know, Jari 3D renders?
Very luckily, I'm very lucky to get very thoughtful clients, and that has not been a very case with me in past so many years that I have not been dare to explain something to the client and he's not understanding it. It's not like that. Maybe it is my good fortune. The clients are more matured and more understanding than me, and they could, whatever I would design, they would understand in a flick and they would agree to it. That would also point that maybe my design is that good.
Of course, there's no doubt about that. That brings us to the next question of Kapil, which you have already answered.
Yeah.
I think he says, how do you actually look at it? And like you said, you are blessed with clients, and we don't know whether everyone is, but you are definitely, and I'm sure there must be an enough and more attempt from your side. You're just being very humble about it. Sandeep is saying, since you have retrospected a lot of your work, do you think the place sometimes grows on you as it is without you needing that thoda or factor?
That space, that was another thought I again forgot to tell you. Sometimes I always feel डिजाइन होने के बाद ऐसा लगता है कि यार ये डिजाइन ये साइट को रखना चाहिए क्या, या कोई और साइट को रखना चाहिए, ये बहुत अच्छा डिजाइन हो गया साइट के कंपैरिजन में. That is my design ego which comes up all the time कि ये इतना अच्छा डिजाइन हुआ, how do I do it, like, but it happens. It is like the design ego, it's like biting the hands that feed you.
True. Minesh has a question saying that there is a climatic change which is happening over a certain duration which has been observed, and is definitely a challenge. How do you cope up at design and maintenance stages?
The climate change is not that sudden. It's happening very slow. It's very slow. अपना existence खत्म हो जाएगा तब कुछ इतना डिजाइन चेंज करने का, अपना लॉजिक चेंज करने का, अपना आइडियोलॉजी चेंज करने का टाइम आएगा, तब तक तो वी विल सीज टू एग्जिस्ट. आई थिंक as I am working here in past 15 years, there's definitely increase in rainfall. We are जैसा उल्टा हो रहा है, जहाँ पे बहुत एरिड रीजन था वहाँ बारिश ज्यादा हो रहा है, जहाँ बहुत बारिश था वहाँ कम हो रहा है. But still then, even if you take that change, that is not that sizable. When we are talking about regional level climate change, it is sizable. Then you need to have that as a environmental project. Then that thinking of environmental project comes up, that how do you assess at a larger scale, but definitely not at Aurangabad scale. We don't foresee any climate change and sudden change in my design logic of landscapes.
Sure. Ketki has said that you have been in this field for more than 20 years, and I'm sure there must be an ups and downs in every project and every life and every curve. How do you deal with the pressure? What has told you to hang on to landscape?
Correct her, I'm not for 20 years. I'm only 16 years, okay? So I'm not there for 20 years. Hang on to landscape. See, that is what makes it more interesting. We as designers are blessed with each day a new life, each day a new project, each day a new challenge, each day a new client, new designs. None of my project is repeated. However, I try to fit unworked designs into new projects, it never works. It always fails. So that keeps us going. I never get bored till date in 18 years to come to office. Never ever I have that hesitation ki abhi jaane do, kyun jana hai office. Never. It's always a new thing. Come on, that's a new project. Come on, that's a new challenge. Come on, that's a new setting. So that keeps us going. That keeps us pulling out of our houses and bring us to the offices.
True.
That's a great thing in the field.
Minesh has a question. I think it's a specific slide where he mentions what's the material of the cobbles. I presume is the cobbles which is there at the psychiatric hospital.
It's a very simple material. It's not a cobble. It's a paver block, black and gray customized paver block. We got it specially colored from the vendor. It's a normal paver block, 10-inch by 10-inch paver block.
Okay. Ranjal, of course, has the third question, which says, do you recommend any books that explain landscape? I think you'll have an inventory there.
Books, oh God.
I think Ranjal, you'll have to connect to
separately. You need to connect to Bobby, who can give you a good understanding of what is landscape.
This is going to be a very, very long conversation then.
Yeah.
Okay, Milind has a question. So what's your thought process to start a new project when it comes, you put the first tracing on the project?
New project always happens by, I always prefer to go on the site, take a lot of pictures, take a lot of inputs. I take pictures of all the surroundings mostly. idhar kya hai, udhar se kya aa raha hai, and all that stuff. Plus, a great understanding is needed. That we have learned by experience and lot of failures, that you need to understand climate very well. Even every site ka location changes, shades that follow, everything, the trees that are around, everything. So that leads us to the drawing boards with that prior understanding of the site and the requirements. And then that's what I told earlier, that we try to do something more than what we have ever seen or ever done or ever experienced. And that is a great process which we try to do.
Sure. Manish has a question. He says, do you have to, I'm adding the word, ever compromise in your design, concepts, fundamentals when you do it for a builder versus an individual villa?
No. See, the compromise is not a word in design. See, compromise is never a word in design. Compromise happens when design is falling short of the delivery. Compromise will never come. Design is good design. Even if you put a simple block, it is good. Even if you put Italian marble blocks, it's good. So it won't see a face of compromise anywhere, nor of the site, nor of the space. As Bobby told you earlier, I'm designing even 100 square feet terrace. So I don't think it is compromise, but definitely मन टूटता है, कुछ चीज वर्कआउट नहीं होता है. That's what this presentation is about. थोड़ा है, थोड़े की जरूरत है.
I think there's one last question which has come, which is in fact even difficult for me to understand, but I'll read it out to you. Which media you prefer to convince the client for landscape design? From Mr. Vikram.
Media, see, there are many things that we try to convince the client about landscape. Media is definitely our works that we have done. Whatever are our previous projects, we have, since they are very near to our town, we can ask the client to go there and have a feel, have a look. Since that is the advantage of being a small town, that whoever comes to us is already a referred client. So our old clients refer the new ones, and the new ones have already experienced that project. So half of the work is done there. And what he wants is a tough thing to explain to him. That is really tough. That is really tough. We try everything. We try for 3D views, we try SketchUps, we try to show him look-alike images, we try whatever. But it's tough.
Of course, there's a lot of which you can read it later on, a lot of heartwarming wishes for the wonderful presentations, and I would say thode aur ki zarurat thi.
Yeah.
With that, I would like to close, at least for Yogendra's, and for our next session, that is on the 20th, 2020 at 7 p.m. We will have another landscape architect. I think he's belonging to the same Yogendra's batch, Venkatesh Kumar. His topic is broader perspectives of landscape profession.
Wow. Wow.
Thank you all. We sincerely apologize if there have been any technical glitches.
Bobby, thank you so much. Wait, let me speak. Thank you so much, Gujarat chapter, Rajasthan chapter. You are doing amazing work. That is really recommended. Going beyond yourselves and trying to do something for the whole of the community who are interested in design. I'm really thankful to you. I'm really happy that you're doing it. You are being my so dear friend, and really thanks so much, guys. You people are great.
Thanks a lot, Yogendra. With this, we would like to close saying, can't wait with you to be next week on this. Till then, stay safe, stay indoors. A big thank you from all of us from Rajasthan and Gujarat chapter. Cheers, everyone. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.